The Brandenburgers, Hitler's most elite commandos. When we think about World War II, most people remember tanks, planes, and huge battles like Stalingrad or D-Day. But behind the front lines, in the shadows, there were special soldiers who worked secretly, carried out dangerous missions, and often decided the success of bigger operations. Among Hitler's most feared and secret forces were the Brandenburgers, an elite commando unit that was trained to use deception, disguise, and surprise. The Brandenburgers were not regular soldiers. They were trained to speak many languages, dress like the enemy, and slip behind enemy lines to destroy bridges, capture important points, and cause chaos. In many ways, they were like the special forces of Nazi Germany, years before modern units like the Navy SEALs or Spetsnaz became famous. Origins of the Brandenburgers. The story begins in the early years of Nazi Germany. Before the war started, German military planners knew they would face stronger enemies. To win, they needed something new, a secret weapon that was not just tanks and planes, but soldiers who could fight in clever and unexpected ways. The idea came from a man named Theodor von Hippel, an officer who believed that small groups of well-trained soldiers could do what entire armies sometimes could not. Hippel studied how British commandos and African guerrilla fighters operated during World War I. He thought, why can't Germany use such tactics too? So, in 1939, as Hitler prepared to start the war, Hippel began training a special unit. At first, it was very small, just a few men, but it grew quickly. This unit was based in Brandenburg, a region in Germany, and soon they became known as the Brandenburgers. These soldiers were handpicked. They were chosen not just for strength, but for intelligence, bravery, and language skills. Many could speak Polish, Russian, French, Dutch, and other languages. Some were even from other countries, recruited because they knew the culture and could blend in. Training the ghost soldiers. The training of the Brandenburgers was unlike anything the regular German army did. They were not taught to march in straight lines or just shoot at targets. Instead, they learned how to act like the enemy. They practiced wearing enemy uniforms. They learned how to act like civilians. They were trained to sabotage railways, cut telephone lines, and destroy bridges. They practiced how to sneak quietly at night and move unseen. They even learned how to fake being prisoners of war to trick the enemy. Their motto could have been, win by tricking the enemy, not by fighting him head-on. The Brandenburgers were divided into small groups, often just 10 to 12 men. Each group could work alone, deep behind enemy lines. They were taught to survive on little food, to travel by foot for long distances, and to strike quickly. By the time World War II began in September 1939, the Brandenburgers were ready. First blood, the invasion of Poland. The Brandenburgers' first real test came during the invasion of Poland in September 1939. As German tanks rolled across the border, the Brandenburgers were already inside Poland. Some dressed as Polish soldiers, others as civilians. They attacked communication centers, destroyed bridges, and captured key points before the Polish army could react. In one mission, Brandenburgers disguised as Polish border guards helped German forces cross into Poland by simply waving them through. The Polish defenders were confused, thinking they were friendly troops. This success showed how dangerous the Brandenburgers could be. They were like ghosts, appearing suddenly, doing their job, and disappearing again.